Hello everybody, my name is Leather Jacket Guy, and welcome back to another monthly Cascade. I know I haven't done one of these for a while, and that's because I just haven't had very much to show, and I've mainly been working on the layout. But here are some things I have bought over the last 2 months. Let's take a look at them. And here are 3 new Walthers coaches that I have bought that I think you can just about read the labels on them. 2 of them are exactly the same. They are these Walthers Vistadome and Northern Pacific. I actually bought 4, but 2 of them went to a friend, since we've both been looking for these cars. So I bought 2 of them. We'll take a look at them in a second. And the third car is actually pretty special, because it is a Nickel Plate Road 52C coach. And this is a car I have been looking for a while. I always love the dark blue on these cars. Let's get them out of their boxes and take a closer look at them. I will do the obligatory taking one out of its box, in case you've never seen what Walthers boxes are like. And I should mention that these are older runs of the cars, because you have this little baggie of handrails you can stick on, and the older hook and loop style couplers. And I guess since we have this car here sticking out of its box, I'll stick it on some track and we'll have a look at it. So here is the Nickel Plate Road 52-seat passenger car, and I must say, it is actually pretty darn neat. I noticed that the car is actually a silver color. It is not the natural Bud Company aluminum color, for lack of a better term, as most passenger cars didn't get painted, such as the ones on the New York Central, or at least the later ones, or think of a Southern Pacific's later scheme with just the red stripe up top. I think that's called the Sunset Limited scheme. But this is not that same silver. This is a darker silver that is actually painted onto the car, not aluminum. And of course you got the blue trucks underneath, which is one of the coolest things about it. And actually, if I turn the car over, the entire underframe is dark blue. Not entirely sure that's prototypical, as it seems like that would get very dirty very quickly. Like the trucks I could understand, but a lot of this I would think would actually be black, although I have not seen photos of the underside of a car. And I'll flip it around quickly so you can see the other side, because it is slightly different. This is what the other side looks like. And it does actually say NYC and STL up here, along with the Nickel Plate Road, all the way up top. Let's move on to one of the Northern Pacific Vistadomes, since they're the exact same car. Here is the Vistadome, and I must say, it is super cool. Now, the Northern Pacific versions of these cars, I think, are the exact same as the CB&Q one I have of these, as that's the only one I have to compare to. And I must say, again, Walthers did a very nice job on this. The logo right there, I believe that is actually correct. It is offset, it is not in the center of the car. The two-tone green looks correct to me, as I had a Cato business car where the lower green was too bright, and I think the upper green was just a little bit too bright as well. I don't have a whole lot else to say about the car, as it's a Walthers passenger car. It's just a standard car. I don't believe the North Coast Limited ever got these special sets like the Great Northern Empire Builder did, or the B&O Capital Limited. I'll turn the car around so you guys can see the other side of the car, which the windows are actually different. I never knew that. There you go. And I'll let you guys just have a little bit longer look at it before we move on to the last thing I've acquired in these last 2 months. So the last thing I got in these last 2 months is this. It's another Bachmann H.O. Thomas & Friends blue open wagon. They're just called Open Wagon, and it's the blue one. And this actually has the packaging that I remember from when I was young. I haven't really been that into Thomas in quite a long time, but it was kind of a, these have gone out of production for some reason, yet they kept the brown one. And I wanted to at least get a second one that I could turn into Rickety, if you remember him from the, I don't think he was ever an official character, but he was in the Wooden Railway range. And I figured if I took the face off of a different truck, say the number 2 truck, I think that's the closest one to the Wooden Railway one, and stuck it onto the end of one of these cars, which is exactly the same, then I would have a very simple conversion into a rickety. I am not entirely sure if I'm ever going to take this one out of its box, since it is in the original, what I remember, packaging. And to give you a sense of how old this is, let's see, so this would have been pre-2004 when Gordon and Henry came out. I want to say the first 3 years it was the Thomas, Percy, James, Annie, Clarabelle, Harold, Cranky. I'm surprised he got made first. Troublesome Truck 1s and 2, Birdie, insert top hat. I suppose this is also, sorry if you can't see all that well with the light ring. I actually remember they used to make a Percy set with Percy and 2 Troublesome Trucks. I don't think James had a set in the beginning. This truck right here actually came from James's Busy Day set, I think it was called. It came with a Sodor fuel wagon, one of these, and a brake van. And that was my only rolling stock in the line for a long time. Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle, I think I bought them separately, and then I got a second Thomas from the big freight set that they had with him that I wish they'd bring back. Let's see, I've never had a Harold, never had a Birdie. I have both Troublesome Truck 1s and 2s. Never had a Sir Topham hat. Alright, that's enough nostalgia. But yeah, needless to say, kind of an emotional purchase, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm ever going to take it out, but I may for this video. We'll see once we get to the running section. And speaking of the running section, let's go run those Walthers coaches. Of course. And?
Damn it!
Something rattling around inside of him.